Hello.
Hello สวัสดีค่ะ
Hello. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Questions for us
What does
today?
priority priority
Priority.
Prior but I'm not sure RITE or LITE.
Well, those are different words, right? Priority.
ลำดับ
Do you know?
when I translated they said translate they said ลำดับ like 1 2 3 4 5 but I thought no.
I think that's probably priority. So my voice is low today, but yours can be strong. You don't have to be quiet like mine. Usually my voice is like this. Today it can be like this. Today I want to see your voice in the audio file like this and mine.
No, I think today not late. I'm not ready.
Priority means which one comes first. So if I am the priority, that means I am more important than you. So for example, if you are the president and I am just a maid and we go to the hospital is going to say the priority is you. You're more important than me. A lot of times we don't like to make a priority for people because that creates racism. But I'm just giving the example. Priority means one is more important than the other. We don't like to do it for people, especially in the United States, because it creates racism. But a priority means one is more important than the other. So for a simple example, it would be like in your life. You have to clean your room, you have to wash your shirt, and you have to eat so you don't die. And you have to breathe so you don't die. What's the priority? You put them in priority. So you have clean your room, wash your shirt, eat, and breathe. You tell me the priority. Breathe, right, because why?
You can have
Because if you don't breathe,
die.
it's the quickest thing that's going to kill you. So of course that's the priority. And then what's the second priority?
Eat.
Right, because?
You need power, energy.
Exactly, to continue. And then?
Clean and wash.
Yes. Which one would you put in the third priority? Now remember, these are just my opinions. We don't know. Everyone can have their own priority. There's not going to be a policeman who comes and tells you, but we're just guessing. What's the third one, do you think? In your opinion?
Clean my room.
Really? Okay, why?
Because we should take care of themselves first.
Them?
Myself.
Not myself. Because you said we, yes.
Ourselves first, and we will ready to go out.
We will.
We will get.
No.
We will ready.
We will.
Go.
No, we will.
We will. What?
We need another word. We will. Ready.
We will be
Yes.
ready to go out.
Okay, that's your opinion, that's fine. But my opinion would be your shirt, because you need to make money. So making money is important. Cleaning is the least priority. Unless you have a disease, and then the priority changes. So for most people, it would be like me. We need to breathe first, then we need to eat, then we need to make money, and then we need to be clean. But if you're already a billionaire, maybe you don't care about washing your shirt. But I'm saying the priority can change because of your different lifestyle. Maybe you are a fish or you're a rock. You don't need to breathe. So for a rock, the priority is not breathing, right? If you have some disease and you can't breathe, if there's dirt in your room, then that one's going to be a higher priority, right? So priority depends on what you believe, but what it means is which one is more important. Okay, why don't you make an example to use it in a sentence? I think you understand now, but using it might be a little confusing.
Yes. How to put in my sentence?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone, most people want to be priority, not item.
Almost. I don't understand item, but you would say most people want to be...
A priority,
Yes. And then?
not item.
Item and priority are not connected.
Simple people. Not normal.
No. Most people want to be a priority. And then what?
Because they want to be important person.
They want to be important,
Person.
not person.
People.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Exactly. But
Important people.
you could make it easier just by saying my priority in life right now, my number one priority is to be happy. Right? That's the easiest way to understand
Most
it.
people like to be grumpy.
Well, but they don't want to be grumpy, right?
So they didn't know. They
They-
don't know.
Right. Are
But
you a
they do.
grumpy person or a happy person?
Most people said I'm grumpy.
Oh no.
But because I can't see when I can't see myself.
Should we get a mirror? Maybe you need a mirror.
I have
Oh, okay. Well, if you get grumpy, I'll tell you. Okay, so let's try the ice cream. I tried to get Sipti some ice cream, and I'm not sure it worked because it's not cold. But anyways, this is called Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Everyone in America knows Ben & Jerry's ice cream. This is very famous because these two guys, there were two guys who made it, Ben and Jerry. They made this ice cream, and it was kind of special because they added a lot of crazy things to the ice cream. Usually when you buy ice cream, it's vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. But they added things like brownies, cookies, cotton candy, M&Ms maybe, different things to the ice cream, and it became very famous because people really loved some flavors. Each chocolate and vanilla are called flavors. So this is very, very small. The real size is a pint, which is about this big. In America, it's usually about $5. But in Thailand, this little one is $5 because it probably is shipped from, it probably comes in a boat or something from the United States. I don't know. But if it does, then it's very expensive. Anyway, so it's not cold, but hopefully Sipti will be able to give it a try and see what you think. It shouldn't be bad. That kind is brownie. So in the ice cream, there are little pieces of brownie or maybe mixed up into the flavor. And they have all kinds of crazy different flavors. They have some that have cookie dough.
They put a lot of brownie.
Yes, and that's what people
That's
like.
why it's expensive, right?
No, just because it probably comes from the United States. Anyway, it should be a little bit colder, but A lot of people love to eat Ben & Jerry's ice cream. They have some flavor that they love. My favorite is Cherry Garcia. And
cherry and
chocolate and vanilla. And that's why I also like Dr. Pepper, because it's cherry. I like cherries. Anyway, this ice cream is a little bit expensive. And
delicious.
yeah, and if it was colder, I think you would like it.
Look bad. Even though not cold.
If it was colder, I think you would like it even more than now. But anyway, there's lots of different crazy flavors, and there's one that's called fish food, and it has little pieces of chocolate fish. They look like this. They don't have a goldfish flavor, but they have little pieces of chocolate fish and caramel and all kinds of crazy things. And the factory for that ice cream is in Vermont. It's not so far from New York. And you can go there. I went there. My mom and my sister and I went there. And usually when you go there, they let you try a new flavor that they made. It's always something crazy. It's not chocolate or vanilla. It's like Tulian ice cream or something. They make all kinds of crazy ones, and some of them are really, really famous.
People like think something strange, new things.
Yes, but they're not always popular though. So people don't like it because it's strange. They like it because it has all of the things that they love. Some people love ice cream and they love brownies. Those are their two favorite things. So of course they're going to love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually when I
What do you think?
eat
Delicious?
very delicious at
Delicious. Why? Don't you think it would be better if it was cold though?
When I went to cafe, I like to order waffle and ice cream vanilla and brownie.
They have that. Well, I don't. It's called. They have a fudge cone. I'm not sure, but they have one that has little pieces of ice cream cone in it, which is also really good. My favorite is Cherry Garcia, and it has cherry and chocolate and vanilla. Also, the name is very well known because usually they use puns in their name. Do you remember what a pun is? Right?
They have two
yeah.
meaning.
What's the name? What do you say in Thai?
I can't think about
Oh, anyway, so something that has two meanings. Usually all of their names are puns. So for example, Cherry Garcia. It comes from a very famous rock star named Jerry Garcia. His name is Jerry Garcia. So they changed Jerry for Cherry because cherries are in the ice cream. So it's kind of like it's not really a pun, it's like a play on words. It's kind of like a pun. But anyway, people like that also. They like the jokes in the name, and they really like the high quality ice cream. It's expensive, and usually it's not healthy, but it has less chemicals in it than other ice cream, and so some people they think that it's good ice cream.
It's good idea for this business because people like to people want to know.
Try
To know.
different things. You mean people want to try something new? Exactly. Hopefully we can get a cold one so Suti doesn't have to drink it. But anyway, 1 to 10, what do you think?
9.
Yeah, very good. My favorite, Cherry Garcia, but there are many different flavors. Hopefully we can try some of the other ones. Some of them are they're not all delicious. Some of them I don't like. It was bought. Those two guys don't own it anymore. They sold it to some British company, Unilever or something. So it's not owned by them anymore. But a lot of people like it because it's like two guys, they started a business and they got really rich making something that people like,
Probably
say American Dream.
Their story they made by themselves first.
What do you mean their story?
They try to put everything they like.
Oh, you mean they made the ice cream in their garage? I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I'm not sure if they were chefs or something. I don't know. I think they were just business guys, but I'm not sure. But it was a good idea, and I like it. I can't eat ice cream anymore because it gives me really horrible migraines, milk. But when I was a kid, I used to eat a whole thing of Cherry Garcia as often as
Good
I
luck
could.
you didn't get fat.
Right, exactly. Well, I didn't have enough money to eat that many. We lived in the trailer, remember? Like M&M. But it wasn't dangerous. But it looked like M&M's trailer. A little cleaner. Anyway, that was fudge brownie. What is it? What's the name? Does it say fudge brownie?
Fudge.
Fudge is a really, really strong chocolate. It's very, very sweet. It has a lot of sugar in it. Yeah. Okay, so what about the cooking class? Speaking of delicious items, maybe you'll go to the cooking class and then you'll make Sipti's ice cream or bakery. Someday you'll see Sipti's bakery, well known.
Yeah, I thought before when I talked with my friend, I wanted to make cookie or bakery and put alcohol inside.
Alcohol in the cookies? I think that's
chocolate,
illegal.
Like chocolate.
I don't think you're allowed to do that because it would have to be sold. Kids can't eat it, so
Yes.
I don't think you could do that.
Just we talked when we
Oh,
party.
okay. When you were drunk. It was a drunk idea. Yeah, that's when people have great business ideas, or not. Sometimes they're horrible. But maybe Ben and Jerry, maybe they thought of their idea when they were drunk. Anyway, when are you going to the cooking class?
Tomorrow.
Yay! I can't wait. What time?
Evening.
In the evening? When I'm busy?
We should go before 5 or 4.
Okay,
4
great.
or 5.
Okay.
Because
So you send me a message
they will close.
and you say, I can't wait to go to the cooking class. Yeah. Okay.
We can change another time.
Right. Anyway. Okay, so let's hear about Sipti's exciting day.
Yeah. Today not exciting.
Oh, no. But let's pretend.
Pretend.
Did you sweep more dirt outside of your house and make the
I still
maid
did that.
angry?
But just one time per day.
Is that because you don't want to make her angry or because that's how much you want to do it?
No, I don't want to make trouble.
Oh, okay. So if it was just you, it would be like 10 times a day, right?
4 or 5.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Today I woke up at 9 a.m. and then I just cleaned my room because it was very dirty.
Okay, but why is it so quiet? Let's hear the strong voice.
Because many of my friends came there last week. Just 2 or 3 days. Last 3 days. 3 days ago. Last week.
For the last 3 days.
For the last 3 days.
Okay. Days. Okay.
And a lot of my shirt I have had to clean it. Clean clean it,
Mm,
clean them.
yeah.
It took my time all day.
It took.
A lot of my time.
Yeah. Why don't you just bring them to the washing plate people?
Not clean.
That's where I bring mine.
Not like if white shirt or
If you go to the expensive places, they will dry clean them for you, and they won't even wash it. They won't get in the water. They won't get wet, so it won't lose
they
color.
put every color in same.
But not if you dry clean them. If you bring them to expensive place, they will have perfect.
Near my apartment, I found 4 places. Same thing.
Not the
It's
same.
the same.
4 places.
Still, no, not good.
4.
Places. Run.
Why don't you just add bad? 4.
So
No, 4.
4 bad shops.
Okay.
And I thought it's very expensive because I think
They
they are expensive,
very
very expensive.
expensive.
Expensive. One shirt, 10 baht.
It's not expensive.
Expensive.
But how much of your time are you wasting washing them? That's what matters.
Just some special shirt,
Not special.
like white shirt.
Okay, but let's fix the sentence.
Just only
Own.
white
Why is it so quiet?
white shirts.
But you tried to say special in the
And-
wrong way. I was
Sure.
trying to fix the special.
Special.
Not special. Special.
Special.
Yeah.
Special.
What was that word yesterday that we had trouble with?
Calendar. Constantly. I cannot remember. K and right? Clearly.
Clearly. I can't remember what the word.
Probably
What is
I
it?
write wrong.
What were we? Curious.
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 Not curious. Curious.
Curious.
There's no L. Curious.
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 Not really. Anyway, where are we? Keep going.
And until 6:30.
Sick.
6:30 p.m. I ordered. I took a shower first, and after that I ordered food
Okay, but why is it so quiet?
to eat.
Let's hear the strong voice. I ordered.
No energy.
Oh, okay. Anyway, keep going. Quick.
I watched a TV show as I ate
Okay. What was the movie? What was the TV show?
Korea.
Korean. That's going to help with English a lot.
Change because I watched a lot of English movie. A lot of English movies.
Right, but that's what we need for the
Sometimes you
show.
need to relax.
No, you can relax after you win, right? After you pass the test. After you get an 8 on the IELTS test and Ja gets a 9,
Just one
maybe we
story.
should send Ja to the IELTS test also.
No.
See what she gets.
You should send me and fight first, and I will tell Jared.
Fight.
Like go to see what happened.
Oh, okay. You mean to
Check.
learn.
To learn.
Learn. Not fight. Definitely learn. Okay, after that.
Until 7:30, probably 8 p.m. I got dressed and then I came here.
And
Then I came here.
after this,
I will rest.
last.
Rest.
Right.
Rest.
And then?
Came.
And then?
I will try to do another work. To do work.
More. More.
To do more work.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Very good. Let's continue with Sipti's favorite game.
Not IELTS.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, not Sipti's favorite game, but definitely my favorite game. Let's see, where were we? Next one. It's a very easy one, I think, probably. Too easy for Sipti. Describe a sporting event you have attended. You should say what kind of sport it is, how it compared to other events you've been to, how often it takes place, and of course, explain why you consider this event to be of interest.
Again, probably 2 sentences, some word I don't know. Words.
Right. Describe a sporting event you have attended.
Attended means
That means you went there.
got
You
there.
stayed there. Attended means you joined the group. You should say, remember, they could just say, describe a sporting event you went to. But the point of this test is to test how much
Confuse
words
people.
you know, how many words you know, right? Describe a sporting event you have attended. You should say what kind of sport it is, how it compared to other sporting events you've been to, how often it takes place, and explain why you consider this event to be of interest.
Can remember a lot of things. First word.
Describe a sporting event you attended. You should say what kind of sport it was, how it compared to other events you've been to,
Other event. How is compared?
how it compares, how it compared.
Like better.
Like, this one people have a ball, this one people have a stick. Comparison. Is it good? Is it bad? Compare. How often it takes place.
Take place. Place that to the event.
No, how often it happens. How often it takes place.
I go.
How often it takes place.
Start happened.
How often it happens.
Okay.
How often it takes place, we say. And of course, explain why you consider this event to be of interest. So
Why
1
I
minute.
interested.
Yeah, why you like it. Okay, 1 minute to come up with your 7.8 answer. 7.832. And then we'll hear Sipti's masterpiece. Just imagine right now what it's going to sound like.
I don't like sport.
Right, sports.
Sport.
And that's why we're practicing. Because when you go to the test, if you get lucky, they'll give you one that you like. So I had a student and he was a computer programmer and they asked him about AI, artificial intelligence or something, and he got a very high score because he knew all of the subject. But if they would have asked him, describe your favorite horse, he might have gotten a 3, right? So sometimes we get lucky and they ask you something that you know about.
Okay.
But sometimes you get one you hate. And so what are we doing to fix that? We're practicing, we're talking about things, we're watching movies, and we're talking about as many strange subjects as we can so that we learn how to, the bad word that we used, bullshit people. That means make up something that isn't real.
I'm not smart enough to lie.
It's not lying, it's just
Trick.
telling a story. Because a lie is going to hurt someone. If you watch a movie and they tell a story, is that a lie? It's not real. Is it a lie? No, because people know that it's a story. It's a different situation.
Okay.
Okay.
I like football sport. You said you didn't call football. Futsal.
In America we say soccer.
Soccer.
But you can, this test is British, so you should say football.
I like football because I saw a lot of games in my life because my father liked my brother and a lot of my family, most people in my family liked, and we liked to spend time together when we go or went to watch football team or just watch TV. And when I was in high school, I have to learn about football. In the beginning, I didn't like that, but when I spent time with that for 1 month, I very liked football. And we can see football games always or season from small town or from country, small town or big town or another country. Like team football from the world, like English, Gerard. Before I like Gerard, but right now he very get old. That's why I like this sport. It's very hard because I don't like.
So the sentences weren't horrible. There were a lot of problems, all the ones we already know. Not whoa, it's world.
Word.
We have problems with D still. I think we need to get some more goldfish.
No,
but
I have to think as I say spoke.
Right, but I'm saying the goldfish seemed to help with that a lot. That's not the question. So your answer wasn't that bad, but it's not really the question, and so you'll get a low score because it's not what they asked. The sentences were not horrible. Really, I think the speaking was pretty good for a first try. It's not It's not bad at all. But it's not really the question. The question is, describe a sporting event you have attended, not a sport that you like. Your answer was, describe a sport you like. Then your answer is fine. That's good.
I forgot first
Yeah.
question.
So we have to be very careful to answer the question that they ask. And we don't want to change the question because, like I said, on the test, they don't have a box that says, she's an amazing speaker. She didn't want to answer the question because she's too smart. They don't have that box. They just have a box that says, idiot, retard, can't speak, doesn't listen. Those are the boxes that they have. And so if you do anything different, you get a bad score. That's it. If I went there, I might be able to convince them because they can tell by my tone. I might be able to tell them and say, listen, I don't like your question. I'm from the United States. I only speak English. Your question's stupid. I don't like sports. And if you ask me this question again, I'm going to smack you. I might still get a high score because it's not easy for them to prove that I don't speak English. But for everyone else, if you're not a native English speaker, you're going to get a bad score unless you answer the question that they give you. So let's try again. Describe a sporting event you have attended. You should say what kind of sport it was, how it compared to other sports you've been to, how often it takes place, and of course, explain why you like goldfish. Explain why you consider this event to be of interest.
When I was in university, I went to a place they had football event.
Why don't you say I went to a football game?
Went to a football game.
Mm-hmm.
Most people in Chiang Mai went there, and because this game will happen.
Not will.
Because this game happened just only one time per year, and a lot of people went there, and there were
Not there. And
there were
okay.
There were a lot of activities for people, and one thing I like, and the one reason the reason I went there with my friends even
Was? You have to tell us what the reason was.
Was drink
Was to
drink, because I didn't like football game.
Well, you're right. You can still say now.
I don't like football games. But when I got there,
Not dare.
I was having fun. I had fun because my friends and most people looked happy.
Keep going. I'm ready. Is that it?
Just that.
You answered what kind of sport it was. It's football. How often it takes place? Once a year. That's good. how it compared to other sports you've been to. I didn't really hear that. And explain why you consider this event of interest. You said why you went, which was to drink, but that wasn't their question. They didn't ask you why did you go. They said why you think it was so great, why this one was special.
Because it's rare.
That's true, but then you need to focus their attention on that. You can say, I think that this event was interesting because it only happens once in a while. So if your answer is not perfect and you're trying to show them that you're answering their question, repeat the question so that they can understand which one you're answering. Because yours was not so clear for me. I didn't notice that you were trying to use that one. So you should say, the reason why it was interesting to me was because it was so rare. And then I can understand, okay, that's what she's answering. Anyway, I don't really like this question either. I don't really like going to sporting events either. So I think yours is okay. It's better than most Thai people would get, right? I think it's almost a 6. It's not great though. It's probably 5.5. And I don't really want to practice this one because...
It's very hard question.
Yeah.
Because
And I don't really think there's anything I can add that can make it better for you. So I think we should just move on. Next one. Describe a type of exercise that you like to do. You should say what the exercise is, when you do it, where you do it, and of course, explain why you like this exercise.
What exercise I like?
To do.
4 things I have to say. What is and...
What the exercise is, when you do it, where you do it, and of course, explain why you like this particular exercise.
I like body weight. I like to do exercise with body weight. I don't know how to use my body weight.
There won't be any help at the test, so I don't want you to learn to ask me. Just keep going, and then we will fix the problems later. But in the test, there's no help, so I don't want you to learn to ask for help.
I like to do exercise with my body weight because it's easy to do and you don't want a lot of item to work out.
You don't want, or you don't?
You don't need items to work out, and you can do whatever time you have.
Not
You
whatever.
you can do every time.
Not every time.
You can do every.
The other one.
You can do all.
No, the other one. Not every. The other one.
You can do any time you want. And I like this exercise because I can do in my home or in my room, or when I watched movies.
When I watch movies, because I don't like to go outside, and
I can get good chef quickly.
Chef is for cooking.
I can have good body. I can lose weight quickly.
If Sipti loses any more weight, she's gonna fly away like a bird.
Before I was fat.
Right. Anyway, that's not bad, but it's not great. Remember, on the test, we don't want to hurt ourselves, right? So in your case, you have a gun and you're like you're shooting yourself in the foot, we say. Trying to use something that is hard to explain is dangerous. Like if I went to the test, I would never say, my favorite exercise is a special type of exercise I do for the back of my kneecap called a kneecap cavity restriction exercise. No. Don't describe something that you don't know the words for. Don't hurt yourself. Just go and say, my favorite exercise is running. Just make your life easy, right? You don't have to suffer in your life. If you know the words, that's great. But if you don't know the words, then choose something easy that you do, right? So yours is okay, but you didn't know the word for body weight, and I don't even know the word for body weight. It's not Pilates, but it's some type of, I don't even know what the word for that is either. It's like resistance. It's not resistance training, but there's a word for that, and I don't know it. So I'm not going to try to describe that either. I'm going to say, I like running. Right? Choose something simple. Okay, let's try again. Describe a type of exercise that you like to do. You should say what the exercise is, when you do it, where you do it, and of course, explain why you like this particular exercise.
I like swimming.
Good.
Because swimming can help you to lose weight quickly, and every place I went, there were a little bit people. Every place I went is private.
We can't say a little bit people.
A few people.
Yes.
A few people there. And it was comfortable place. And I like water.
I like
Swimming.
I like the water.
I like the water.
Okay. So you heard that, people, on Songkran.
Pay.
Sipti likes water.
Pay.
Ice water.
What you call, you said, don't say play water.
Yeah, you can't say play. I like to go swimming.
I like to go swimming even though my house doesn't have pool. A pool.
Pool. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a great answer. The answer is great. The rest of the sentences are not that great. But the answer is perfect, right? Like I said, when you answer a question and someone says, duh, that's a good answer. And that's what I thought as soon as I heard swimming. I said, duh, that's exactly an answer. That's perfect. Swimming is perfect, even better than running. Because running is a little too simple. Swimming makes perfect sense. That's a great one. The problem is, though, is that you talked about pools and and losing weight. But that's not their question. Their question is what the exercise is, when you do it, where you do it, and why it's special. So your answer was more about the location of swimming. Their question is more about the time and where you swim. So yours is okay, but I don't think it matches their question perfectly. And so probably the score will be a little bit lower than it should be. Let's try again. A little bit more focused on the time and the place, not so much focused on having a pool. Describe a type of exercise that you like. You should say what the exercise is, when you do it, where you do it, and of course, explain why you like this particular exercise.
Okay. I like swimming because I learned swimming when I was 3 years old, and I found this is a activity
This is an
activity I like it.
That I like. But you already said that. We don't want to repeat sentences. You already said, I like swimming.
This is good activity.
You already said it though. So it's okay, but repeating sentences doesn't get you a good score. You want to have new content. If I say, my favorite activity is swimming. I really, really love swimming. My favorite thing in the world is swimming because swimming is so great. Those sentences are fine, but
back.
it's too much repeating, right?
Okay, again.
Yeah, go ahead.
I like swimming because when I was young, I couldn't swim, and I almost died. Drowned. After that, my mom sent me to a swimming school, and after that, I like to swim every swim. I liked to swim every place there was a pool. And good reason to do this sport because you can have good body. You could use you can use all of your body to exercise. And I like to go swimming at every early morning in my dad's village. That's why I like this.
Not this.
This sport.
Yeah, that's okay. So Sipti already understands the basic idea, and we're getting there. It's pretty good. It's much better than I think other people get. But it's not going to get a 7. So we have a lot of work to do. Thankfully, we have more time. Hopefully, we have more time. You answered all of the questions, but they didn't flow together.
Yes.
Like someone
Not easy to do.
Right. Who can speak very well. So if you just answer the questions like, I exercise in the pool, I do at 2 p.m. I do at my father's house. That's okay. But what they want you to do is to mix them together. That's why we played this game. People think I'm an idiot, but I know where we're going and I know how to get there. And so when I played the game with you about you make a sentence with giveaway, elbow, and on the top, you're learning to put different things that don't go together into one sentence. And your mind is learning how to find a way to put them together. That's what we have to do now in a very hard way. This is much harder, but that's what we were learning to do, and Sipti's better at it than people who don't have that training. But anyway, we need a little bit more of a story that mixes them together to get a high score, right? We want to say, you know, I really, really love to swim because when I was a kid, I almost drowned. I still remember. I was in a river, I was very young, and there was no one around. And I was screaming for help. And as hard as I kicked my feet, and as hard as I paddled my hands, I couldn't seem to stay above the water, right? After that, I was scared of the water. So my mom sent me to a swimming school. Right? That's what you gotta make your story.
Story for answer.
Yes. To get a 7. If you want to get a 5.5 or a 4.
Easy said than done.
Easier said than done.
Easier
Exactly.
said than done.
You want to put some idioms in there, sprinkle some conjunctions.
No, I don't want to make more trouble.
Sprinkle some conjunctions in there. It's like a cake. Or you gotta cook up your beautiful sentence.
You forgot. I can't do
All right, but that's what we're gonna learn how to do, is to cook a delicious cake and serve it to this British
You should
council.
eat what I do because you send me there. You said
Right.
there.
Right now I'm the guinea pig. I'm the victim, and I have to taste Sipti's cooking.
No,
right now it's not so delicious.
I will make like bakery, good, healthy bakery, healthy cake.
No, I am giving a metaphor. I'm giving an example about cooking as making sentences. I'm not talking about real cooking. I'm saying we have to cook. No. I'm using cooking as an example.
I know.
To show how to make a sentence. I'm saying right now the cake is not so delicious. But
You mean cake means
your sentences. Mm-hmm. But hopefully in a few months it's going to be beautiful. It's going to look like a huge wedding cake in the Wedding Crashers movie. Anyway, I think we have time for one more picture. My voice is too broken today to help Sipti with those answers. So let's just play this and then we'll do the IELTS another day. Let's see what we have here. Something easy.
easy for you.
Something simple. Okay. What do you think it is? Hold it nice and close so people can pause and practice on their own. And then we'll hear the master. What do you think it is?
Building.
Yes.
Just read yesterday, right? People.
A lot of people.
Animals.
I don't see any animals.
Tree.
Some trees.
A lot of cars.
Class.
Car.
Cars. I don't see any cars. Okay, ready? Just remember, like my mom says, just imagine it's easy. Mm-hmm. And then it will be. And then I failed the test. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, animal, people, building, Today you didn't,
Oh,
you didn't like me. But still bad.
easy. Just remember, just think it's easy. Just imagine. It's simple.
This is a cartoon drawing of a animals hospital.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Oh no, we
Pet.
need the name.
Pet hospital.
It's called the vet. The vet.
Vet.
Yeah, it's short for veterinarian, which is the doctor of animals.
The
But we
vet.
call the hospital for dogs and cats
Very
the
expensive.
vet. Sometimes, yes.
I know because first time when I had one, I had to stop party for 3 weeks. Stopped.
I had to stop.
Stop partying for 3 weeks to send my cat to again this place. I forgot.
The vet.
The vet.
Yeah.
Like vet.
Like
The
what?
raining.
No, that's wet. This is vet.
V.
Yeah,
Vet.
vet.
Vet hospital.
Just vet.
Vet. A lot of people sitting or waiting doctors, waiting for doctor, waiting for the doctor,
veterinarian.
veterinarian,
Yes.
veterinarian,
Veterinarian.
veterinarian,
Narian.
veterinarian.
Yes.
Many old people and a lot of kids to care
Are
or holding their pets. I see.
One. I see.
I see many types of animals like birds, dogs, rabbits, cats.
Do you see any cats you like?
Hmm?
Do you see any cats that you like? Okay.
First animal I found.
I saw.
And everyone, even though this pig is hospital, everyone looks happy with their pets.
Right. Until they get the bill.
That's very expensive.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty good. The only thing I would say is that it looks like a living room.
Living room in hospital.
That help. You said the vet, that's great. The hospital, that's great. But when I imagine a hospital, I imagine a room that is wide with no furniture. And this veterinarian hospital is designed to be very comfortable.
Look like house.
Yeah, so I would say that. And that's the only thing that I would say differently. I would say this is a cartoon drawing of people waiting at the veterinarian or waiting for a veterinarian at the vet. The hospital waiting room is very nice. It looks like a living room with a table in the middle and chairs and couches around the outside. There are many people there with their nice animals waiting to see the vet. There's one lady with a bird. There's a guy with a dog. There's a little girl with a dog that has a broken leg. And there's an old man who has a cat in a carrying cage.
Yes, look the same. Look same the real one.
In America?
In Thailand.
Oh, okay. I've never been to the vet. I've never had any animals. We had cats. My mom had 2 cats, but I never had any animals. I wanted a dog when I was a kid, but my mom was smart enough to realize probably I wouldn't take care of it.
Bad thing you can't. Bad thing if bad. I mean, some animals you can't take them to doctor. The doctor, like
Fish. Right, you throw them on the roof.
No.
Oh, no.
No one take care of.
It depends. It depends on the fish and how much money you have. There are some fish in China.
Just simple.
There are some fish in China that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars, and they get plastic surgery for the fish to change their lips and the way they look.
Probably mangkon, like big one.
Yeah,
It's
big.
very expensive.
Yeah, dragonfish or
1
something.
million
Yeah,
to-
exactly.
Depends on
Sipti's budget.
fish body,
The size.
the size,
Yeah, not the body. We don't care about the body.
The
It's the
size.
size.
the size.
Exactly. Very good. Anyway, that was another exciting episode of our show. Any questions?
No.
Thank you so much. If you want to have Sipti train you for the IELTS test, just add her on Instagram. She does it for free.
If you want to get to
No.
Right now.
No.
I mean right now.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
ขอบคุณค่ะ